that you will love me so. I've wronged you so in many things I do. Who can help me up where I found myself? You're still my favorite, it's what I hear you say. You're all in all to me. You're all in all to me. I lift my hands in praise. I bow my knees to worship. I give my heart to love you, Lord. The bread of life is who you are to me. The all-sufficient life giver. Many things you do, the lover of my soul. Yes, I sing to you, you are all I need. You are all in all to me. You are all in all to me. I lift my hands in praise. I bow my knees to worship. I give my heart to love you, Lord. I bless you, Lord. You're all I need. Mighty, mighty Jesus. You are all I need. Eternal King, I will praise your name. Your glory is unsearchable. Lord, be lifted up for the world to see. Make your glory known. This is what, this is what I need. You're all in all to me. You're all in all to me. Lift my hands in praise. Upon my knees to worship. I give my heart to love you, Lord. Yeah, you are all in all to me. You are all in all to me. I lift my hands in praise, and I bow my knees. Yes, I bow my knees. Yes, I bow my knees to worship you. Oh, I give my heart to love. Yes, I give my heart. I give my heart to love you, Jesus. You are Lord and Lord. You are Lord and Lord. Hey, I give my heart to you.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Good evening to everyone. We decided to change it a little bit today to start with our song because it's just going to be me today. Yeah, for the 1 hour, and I promise I'm not going to go beyond. I probably would even finish before our 1 hour today. So I want to welcome everyone to the Greystone Show. First of all, I just want to thank God for the life of the Minister Newman, whose song we listened to. It's a beautiful song. It's on all the platforms. Please go and upload and listen. It is a song that is anointed definitely by the Spirit of God Himself. I want to welcome everyone on the Greystone Show, those who are listening via the radio on Global Word Network, those who tune in via Modern Ghana, we've got Radio Box. I just want to welcome every single one of you, those who are listening via YouTube, we've got Twitter as well, and those who listen live on Facebook. Now, if you've got a Facebook account, please go on Facebook and type in Global Net TV, and you can join us live, because I always say, you know what, wisdom is not in one person's head. You've got probably got comments, suggestions that you might share that will be a blessing to someone. So please join us if you have a Facebook account. But those who are listening on the radio as well, shout out to every single one of you. Thank you. Please share, share, share. I didn't come on earlier on to say, but like I always say, please share, share, share. Tell someone to tell someone by sharing the link and telling them that the Greystone Show has started. It is a place where we say that love lives, love grows, and family definitely does live. I'm getting tongue tied. Maybe it's the heat outside, but Lord, we're not complaining. We just love the heat. Okay, so today I'm not going to stay too long. I know we've had three consecutive weeks of being, listening to Dr. Mills teach us about parenting, and so I thought today let's relax, go easy a little bit this week or today. We're going to be talking about some few things in our homes that makes us sick. Okay, Lauryn, what did you say? I said there's some few little things around us at home that sometimes we ignore, or we probably don't even know, but does make us sick. And right now, in this day and age where money is becoming a little hard to come by, if there are little things we can do to better our homes, why not? So I thought, when I saw them on Google, did a bit of research into it, and I thought, you know what? If they're really, really good tips, and why don't I share with my people on the Greystone Show? So please, again, share, 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 call someone, tell them, hey, tune in, listen via the radio, or come live on Facebook, and let's do this together. And while I'm sharing it, please, if you've also got tips, little things around your home that you've noticed that you think, this one, I've not heard a lot of people talk about it. Come on, please share with us, little things you do to keep your home clean, and keep it, serene for your family or for yourself if you're living by yourself as at this moment. I want to say, my sister from America, Zoe, thank you so, 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 so much. This beautiful lady has got a show that she does on Tuesdays, and I would definitely, definitely recommend it for you. She's called Zoe Baraka. If you go on Facebook, she does this show. Zoe, please, the name just escaped me a little bit. If you can type it there for me. If you listen on Tuesdays, where people come in, they tell their stories. It's so amazing. If you're someone who's a storyteller as well, just hit her up. You never know. You might be the one on the other side of the screen speaking to her one of these Tuesdays. So let's just go straight in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about today, and it won't be talk. We're going to go for a bit of a break, and then we'll continue. So it won't just be me going on and on. So the first thing I wanted to share with us is our sheets. Okay, it's our sheets. When I say sheets, what do I mean? It could be your bed sheet. It could be your curtains at your home. It could be your towels. There's so many, these things we call dust bites. Sometimes we don't even, really process it, or we don't really think too much about it. But especially, your curtains, again, your bed sheets. If you're not careful, dust bites. Someone will ask, where do we even get these dust mites? Actually, not bites. Dust, mites. They are these really small. Let me read a little bit about it for you, and then we're going to go straight in. So your sheets, they are a breeding ground for dust mites. Now, these mites I'm talking about, they are microscopic. They're really small, so we don't see. So this is why sometimes we go, oh, no, it's okay. But look, these little pests, this is what they call it, pests. They can make it easy for you to get sick. While they don't bite, the allergens they create comes from their fecal pellets. So these little things we don't see, but then the fecal means they, quote unquote, sorry to use the word, they poo, these little things. It says, and their body fragments, according, now this is where I got this research. It's called the American Lung Association, and so you can always double check on what Lauryn is saying, but it's not me. This is a research that's actually been done, and they can be a major trigger for those with allergies and asthma. Why did I choose to mention this? I did because we are in summer. Well, if you're in America, if you're in what's it called, in the UK, then we are in summer. Or if you're in a country, I know Australia, definitely. Sorry, Australia, you're in winter right now, so probably not so much, even though it's still there, even during winter, but more during the summer when the dust, is a lot. Okay, so let me keep going. It says the American Lung Association, and they said that this can be a major trigger for those with allergies and asthma. Now, another thing before I go on is, sometimes you wake up and then you start sneezing nonstop. If it's coughing, you're coughing, and you don't understand. You're thinking, I'm in my room. Where did this dust come from? I thought it's only when I step out that these pollens, will have to get me, and so my nose is blocked when I wake up. Well, maybe it could be because your sheets, it could either be your bed sheet or your pillowcase has, accumulated all these little dust mites that I'm talking about, and that is what is making you sick, or is giving you these allergies. And so let me keep going. Ongoing exposure for those who are sensitive to mites can cause an immune system response that can trigger anything from, this is where we go, a runny nose, a watery eyes, persistent coughing, congestion, and even an asthma attack. And so you might not know, but your pillow or your bed sheets, or again, like I said, your curtains, even in your room, or when you fold your clothes and you put them somewhere and you probably have covered it, those coverings that you have on them, that's probably been there for so long, maybe for months. What they're saying now is, let me keep reading this and I'll come back to what I wanted to say initially. To fight dust mites, it says, keep the humidity or lower the humidity levels in your home. Make sure not sometimes, but now that we're in summer, again, you can open your windows. Even in winter, they do recommend that. It's really good that every now and again, when you wake up in the mornings, maybe before you go to work, leave your window open a little bit, because that air circulation really helps. Now, and then let me keep going. And it says, wash your sheets in hot water once a week. Now, I know some of us probably don't even consider that, but your bed sheets and your pillowcases, if you can, at least once a week, make sure you change them, because if you don't, again, these dust mites are making you sick. And I remember I googled and I was like, okay, so this dust mites they're talking about, where do we get them from? And the answer I got was, it's everywhere. It could be outside, it could be inside. When you open your windows and the dust are coming in, it can sometimes lay on top of those of us, obviously if you're in the diaspora and it means you go through winter, then you have what's it called, the radiators on top of them. You can have them on top of your windows, in the kitchens, anywhere that you can run your finger and you see dust there, there's a big chance or possibility that you're going to have dust mites. So yes, this was the first thing that I took out of it. One of the first things that makes us sick that we don't realize are the sheets. Now let me go to number two. So I've moved from the bedroom. Now I'm going to the bathroom. That's the second thing we're going to talk about. Now, the second thing I wrote down was shower head. And I was really hoping that Mr. Owusu, but anyway, not to worry, because he's a scientist and he understands certain things, but we'll not be able to get him on today, unfortunately. But hopefully somewhere in 2 weeks from now, when the kids have come on break, because he's a teacher as well, he's really going to be him and another lady I'll be bringing on will be talking to us about how we can help our kids, those who are moving on to colleges, those who are going to not just colleges, but those who are going to secondary schools as well. We're going to have them come to tell us, things we have to look out for, things we need to do. And now that our kids are coming home on long break, oh my goodness. A parent will be saying, oh my God, all I can hear is, Mom, I'm hungry. Mom. And the fridge, you have to keep filling it. But oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, so yeah, no, I didn't mention God Save Me. I actually needed it to come through for us as parents. So please do not miss next week and then the week after, when the kids have come on break. We're going to have teachers on, helping us with our homes and how to keep our children, still their head buried in their books and not just TV and Netflix all the time. So let's go on to the bathroom. Now, the next one that makes us sick that we don't realize is our shower head. If you're someone who doesn't really, just use the bucket and you've got the shower, the kids love the shower, don't they? Just stand underneath and come on, Mom, I finished. Hey, let me smell your armpit. Did you did you use a sponge? Now, guess what? The shower heads that we have in our bathrooms. Let me go on. While you may not be able to see it, there could be dangerous bacteria lingering in your shower heads. Now, this word, I hope I pronounce it well. If you're a scientist on there, please correct me if I don't pronounce it right, but I think I will. Is non-tuberculous mycobacteria. Non-tuberculous mycobacteria. Now, this is what you will find after a while. It lingers in your shower head. Now, this is what they're saying. It is a bacteria that occurs naturally in water and soil, but has also found its way into plenty of shower heads. And it says, while many of these NTMs, which is a non-tuberculous mycobacteria, there's 150 plus species that are completely harmless. But this one we're talking about, it says it can cause severe lung infection if you have it continually, in your shower head and you don't wash it. It says particularly in people who have a weak immune system. And with this COVID-19 out there, which they are saying looks like is rising again. Oh, God keep us and help us. It's one thing after the other, but God is our keeper. They're saying it's out there, and it says those who have a weak immune system, and that's the one thing that we really have focused on now that after this what's it called COVID-19 thing came. Everyone is trying to boost their immune system, but those who sometimes have got certain sicknesses, which means that their immune system is weak, if you have this bacteria in your shower head, you are at a risk of having a severe lung infection. Now, what is it saying? For you to be able to prevent it, it says clean out your shower heads regularly. I would say once a month is not bad. And it says just remove it. Now it's telling you how to do it. It says remove the shower head because you can what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? You can what's the word? Somebody help me. Those who do DIY in their homes a lot. Oh, Zoe's laughing. Oh, Zoe, hold on. Before I go on, please tell me the name of your program because I know that. Hey, I can't believe I watch it and I can't remember. But I know Zoe will type it there for me. Zoe, please go ahead and type it there for me so I can mention it. Ah, okay. All right. No problem. I'll come back to it. So, yes. Disengage, if that's a right word to use, the shower head. Now, let me tell you another trick. Apart from that, okay, so when these what's it called, clear plastic bags that we have, they call them a fridge. You can put stuff in, and sometimes when you go to parties, people have it and they put these little snacks into them, or sometimes you can put them when you go to the shops. They're called a fridge. They're called what? Fridge keepers or so. You can put stuff in and keep them in your freezer. You can keep your peas, your vegetables and stuff. Get those ones. The reason I'm saying this is because those ones are quite thick. And I've done it for mine, so I know it works. So get that one. Get vinegar, pour it inside, put your shower head in and leave it overnight. And then and leave it overnight. In the morning, take it out, and it will be good as new. And another good thing too, one thing to that it helps, apart from taking the bacteria out of your shower head, to know that hey, you're good to go. Another thing it does is because the water that we use is hard water. After a while, you realize that your shower, the water that comes out of it, when the pressure goes low, that is because the water scale, has covered the little openings where the water comes out. And so when you put it in this vinegar, another good thing that it does is it takes if you actually are targeting taking the scales out, add a little bit of soda to it. It works like magic. When you put it in after, it doesn't even have to be all night, even if it's just 1 hour. When you take it out, the good thing is it takes all the scales out. And so when your water pressure is coming down, you can enjoy your shower. It's high. It's not so low that you have to, no. It's really good. It really helps. So I'll definitely recommend that to someone. Now let's move on. We're going to our hand towels. Again, it's still in our bathrooms. What time is it? What time is it now? 9:26. So I'm going to go to the third thing. It looks like I like to rush through it quickly because I've got 10 of them and I don't want to miss any. The next one I like to talk about is hand towels. Just because you use it when your hands are clean, you know, you think, oh, I've used the what's it called, the antibacterial soap, I've washed my hands, and so you know my hand towel is okay. What it's saying is, especially if you live in a home where it's family and you've got, you know, children, you've got adults, what they're advising is another place where bacteria likes to stay a lot. Do you know why? Because you leave them in your bathroom, and you know the bathroom, when you bath, because of the temperature, the bacteria like to stay in bathrooms a lot. Now let me keep reading. It says, would you okay, let me know. Okay, in fact, let me take it from here. In fact, a towel is rather a good spot for bacteria to sit, as it is slightly damp atmosphere, because when you know, clean your hands in, it gets wet. Now it says, regarding hand towels shared by members and guests. Now this is what another research that an Oxford professor in the Queen Mary's University. Now, this was on BBC actually. This is what he said. He would advise that instead of using hand towels in your bathroom, the best thing, which is like proper towels, the best thing you can do is use tissues that you just use and throw away instead of one towel. And you know, and I say this from a personal point of view. My kids are gonna get upset. You use your towel, but you use the bath, you wash your hands, and then you go clean your hands in your towel. I'm like, no, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. So yeah, nah, it's not a great advice to use, you know, hand towels in your bathroom to clean your hands. The best thing you can do is tissue. You put it in the bin and throw it away. That way, because when you don't, the hand towels that are there for a long time, the moisture and everything is a good ground for breeding bacteria, and that can make you sick. All right, let me quickly go on. The fourth one I'm going to talk about is our toothbrush. Okay, we're gonna go for a quick music break. Let me take this, the fifth one, and then we'll go for a music break. So the next one I wanted to speak about is toothbrush. When was the last time you replaced your toothbrush? I know you might think, oh, this is a silly question, but hey, all right, okay. There are more bacteria in our mouth than anywhere else in the body. So surely your toothbrush is harboring bacteria. In addition, most people store their toothbrush in the bathroom. Listen, let me ask you this. Where do you store your toothbrush? Because I don't in the bathroom. I don't know why, but to me, I'm like, now it's not staying there. Stay in my bedroom. I don't know if it's wrong or not. Somebody correct me if it's wrong. But no. But it says most people store their toothbrushes in their bathroom, which tends to contain numerous airborne bacteria because of the warm, moist environment. Now, this is what they're saying. Well, obviously, this will you think, oh, it's just common sense. Do you use tap cold water or hot water again when you're using your toothbrush or after you finish brushing your teeth? They actually are recommending that you use cold water, but me, I don't know, man, it's still cold. You wake up, can you imagine you wake up in winter and it's cold and you finish brushing your teeth and then you're using cold water? Charlie, what's the hot water doing? I want to go with hot water, but they're saying you're better off using cold water. And you know, when you go into the shops as well, they've got these what's it called, these little tiny containers that you can put your toothbrush into. Hey, why don't you get one? You know, that's another way of making sure that your toothbrush is covered. Because I know most people just leave it, you know, in either cups or these containers that have the holes that you keep them in and keep them upright. It's all right, but just in case, just get your little, you know, toothbrush holders and put them in, and you're good to go. And you're good to go. And they recommend that every 3 months at least you change your toothbrush. I'll go to the fifth one. We'll go for a quick music break and then we'll come back. Now, the next one, we're moving from the bathroom. Let's go into the kitchen. And I'll take the fifth one. Now I'm going to talk about our refrigerators. Refrigerators. Did I get that right? Yes, you did. I think I did. You correct me. I'm going to the kitchen. So I'm going to talk about our refrigerators, okay? All right, now. It may look clean, but when we have, you know, spills in our refrigerators, they say that it sometimes it can pour and go into the crevices. That's what they call it. These little where you get these plastics that are really tight, you know, at the edges. That is one place that bacteria stays a lot. And you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, you know, telling people some of the little things that we don't really, sometimes consider but make us sick is, I've got this cleaning company. And so every now and again, when you're doing cleaning in homes, be it in, offices and stuff, you see certain things and you're like, wow, these people don't even realize that this thing that they're leaving, you think, oh, no, it's normal, oh, it's okay. Nah, it's making you sick. It's making you sick. So our refrigerators, we might think, oh, we just wipe the surfaces and it's okay. But sometimes it's not just the surfaces, but the crevices where these, what's it called? Maybe little spill here and there has gone into the juice, the soup, the whatever. After a little while, when you open these crevices, you realize that the little bits and bobs, after a while, they look so black. Now, bacteria can stay in these places a lot. And another thing with our fridges is, when you put food in your fridge, you might think, oh, it's too hot and I don't really want to cover it. But when you put food in fridge and you don't cover it, you are exposing it to bacteria as well. So the least you can do is put a foil, or maybe what you call it, these wraps, plastic wraps, put them around it before you put them in the fridge. And it speaks about fruits and vegetables as well. Now that bottom, where you draw at the right at the bottom of the fridge, where you put your fruits, you put your vegetables. Now that is also another container that contains a lot of bacteria that we don't realize. Sometimes you leave tomatoes, and that's another thing. I saw sometime this week that they were advising that I used to put eggs in fridge, and I stopped because I read and it wasn't right. And so if you put eggs in your fridge, you still do it. Don't do it. Leave it out. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Now with tomatoes as well, I was reading, they were saying that we're not really supposed to keep tomatoes in our fridge. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I want you to read that for yourself. Don't say that Lauryn said, I want you to go and research that for yourself. So these fruits and vegetables drawers I'm talking about, that's also another place where bacteria really resides a lot. And so if you can, even if it's once a week, every now and again, get your towel with a little, soap and wash it out and then put your fruit all back in again. Even if it's once a week or even 2 weeks, depending on how often you use it, it really would help, because it is making us sick, making our children, sometimes our children, they're so hungry, they go grab it, they don't wash it, and it's straight in their mouth, and it's making them sick. And they'll start, oh, mom, my belly, my belly. And you don't know what it is. It's probably a bacteria they picked from the fridge. When you hear them say, oh, there's this stomach bug, there's this bug, sometimes it's just these little bacteria that we don't see that make our children sick all the time, or maybe even as adults. So the general rule they're saying is keep your refrigerator storage. There's another pointer that I got here. It says that plus a week. It was plus once a week. Throw away any perishable foods that should not longer be eaten. What they're saying though is, if you put leftover food in your fridge, it shouldn't stay longer than a week. If it's left over, you have to throw it away. It says a general rule of thumb for why can't I say this word? It says a general rule of thumb for refrigerator storage. There you go. For cooked leftover is 4 days. After 4 days, you shouldn't eat it. For raw poultry and ground meat, it's saying after 1 or 2 days. Oh, after 1 or 2 days, I'll put it in the freezer. Kai, it say you shouldn't eat it because it's not good. Okay, so if the IT team is listening now, we're gonna go for a quick music break, and I'll wait for you to come on. While I'm waiting for the IT team to take us on a quick music break, I just want to acknowledge, I can see a few people on here. Thank you so much. I can see Zoe Baraka. Zoe, I'm still waiting if you're still on. I know eventually I will remember. She said, here you go. Oh, okay. So this is a website. This is a website for Zoe. I told you on Tuesday, she's on Facebook Live. Is a facebook.com Africans telling stories. African telling stories. So that's www.facebook.com/Africans Africans telling stories, and you can get through to Zoe's program every Tuesday. I see Emmanuel Owusu on. Greetings to you too, my brother. And Zoe said, man, I don't like dust mites, they are like critters. It's true. And then Emmanuel Owusu said, oh my, very educated. Well, thank you. I really hope someone picks a thing or two on here. Zoe said, I don't really like opening the windows because of the bugs that come in. Oh, tell me about it. During summer, oh my goodness. Yeah, loads. I understand what you said. She said, wait, what? We're gonna watch these Ayeka. Ayakapa. Yeah, we have to. Now this is the show. It's called To My Younger Self. To My Younger Self. To My Younger Self. Ooh, you won't believe the amazing people that she has on there. You definitely would want to check that out. And then Pat Durant. Hey, mommy. She said, hi, Lauren. Hi, mommy. Mom Elizabeth is on. She said, good evening, Minister Lauren. Good evening to you too, everyone. And I can see Osikeni Nanakujo. Hey, Osikeni Bakofe. I greet you, Jonathan. He said, I put tomatoes in the freezer. Am I doing it right? Osikeni, I think you have to Google it because they were saying that it's wrong. We don't have to put tomatoes in our freezers, well, our fridges. So yeah, Google that and see if you're doing it right. I'm still gonna wait for the IT team. But while we're waiting for them, when they start the music, then I know they've picked on my cue. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly. Okay, all right. I'll still wait for the IT team. And while we're still going on, now let me go on to the next one while I wait for them because of time. Because today I don't want you to stay longer than you have to. Everyone that's on, thank you so much for joining. I can see more people joining. And please, by all means, please say hello, say hi, and I'll say hello back to you. I like to, interact. I don't want it to look like it's just me talking to my screen, but I know you're listening. I know you're listening. All right. So the next one we're going to go to is our vacuum. I have a tip for you. You really don't want to miss this. Vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. Now let's read. It says your vacuum may help you clean your house, but it too needs to be cleaned. Your vacuum needs to be cleaned. Vacuum bags can be an important reservoir. Wow. Okay, so vacuum bags can be an important reservoir of bacteria, molds. You can have endotoxins. Now, yeah, the scientist coming again. You have allergens. And now, according to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, now here we go. Again, I'm telling you, it's not just me telling you stuff. It's the truth. This can trigger allergies and breathing complications. So you see how when you're trying to take the bags out and it's full of dust, obviously, and you're trying to take them out, if you're someone who really suffers, especially again with asthma, or you've got loads of allergies, some people are allergic to dust. Let me just keep going. Yeah, it can. So that's one place. Another, inside your vacuum, you need to give it a good clean every now and again. Again, I'll say even if it's once a month, it's more than okay. You need to clean your vacuum. Now, let me tell you one clue. Let me finish reading this, and I'll give you one tip that I learned, while doing my cleaning, service. And it's one thing I've inculcated into the way we do our cleaning, and it's really good. Now, let me just finish this. It says clean out your vacuum regularly and consider wearing a mask when using your vacuum if you're someone that suffers, with the really, because some people have really bad allergies they're allergic to so many things. If you're that type, hey, thank God for nose masks. They're all over the place now. So get one for yourself. Now, this is what I was going to tell you. When you buy your washing up soap, the one to wash your laundry, there's this I don't want to advertise for any company either. I don't want to mention any company for it to look like, ooh, she's advertising for them, because they haven't paid me. I promise. Okay. But one of these companies that makes this fabric softener, they've got these little ones they've made now that they call the In Wash Scent Booster. Somebody type it in there for me. It's called the In Wash. So in with a wash hyphen scent booster. Now, these ones, they're like these little round, and they smell so good. Let me give you a tip. If you use your vacuum, right, a lot, especially those who use it a lot, even if you don't use it a lot, before you put the bag, you fix it back onto the tube, the paper bag, or yeah, make sure you pour that scent, what's it called? In wash scent booster. Pour it into the Hoover itself before you put your bag. And let me tell you, every time you turn your Hoover on, your room smells so good. Because some of the Hoovers, after a while, after you've used them, to suck up so many things, when you turn them on, the smell in there, But if you want the smell that's coming out of your Hoover to smell really nice, this is one tip for you. So get those in-wash scent boosters, the little ones. It depends on whatever your choice or smell is, and pour it into the Hoover. And every time you turn your Hoover on, the smell that comes out of your Hoover is so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. Thank you, sis. Oh, She's written it there for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You love them? I love them too, Zoe. I love them too. Oh my God, where's my IT team? I want us to go for a quick music break before I finish everything else. Okay, please bear with me. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. Please. Okay, I just want to give the media team. Okay, or we'll wait till they come to us, I guess, because I don't want to lose the messages on here as well. If I go off Facebook, then I'll lose the messages. So let's keep going until the media team comes on. All right. So number 7, I'll finish very soon. I'll finish very soon. Number 7, I just want to talk about our kitchen sponge. You know the sponge that we use in our kitchen? How many times do you change it? I was quite surprised when I read about this. I mean, yeah, we kind of use, especially the ones with a green, hard bit on the back. We use it until we see that the green, is kind of tearing away. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I can bin it now and take a new one. But apparently we're doing it all wrong because the kitchen sponge holds a lot of bacteria. And after reading it, and then kind of looking into it, I was like, oh, actually, they're right. Because let me just read and then we'll go into it. It says the kitchen sponge. This shouldn't come as a surprise. Well, it did to me because I thought, oh, you use it until that, the green hard bits, they start, one goes to the north, one is on the south, one is around the east, west, and then you're like, okay, Charlie, I've used it enough. Go, let me take a new one. But apparently, that's not how it's supposed to be. It says, but your kitchen sponge is one of the dirtiest things. When I saw the word, I was like, okay, I tried to wash it, but they're saying no. It's one of the dirtiest things in your entire home. Okay, it is harboring millions of bacteria. Now, this is according to the New York Times. You can Google it. Go. It was it's actually an article that was put up there. It says every time you use the sponge to clean surfaces, all those germs are going somewhere, and that somewhere is right into that sponge. Then I was like, snap. I don't know if you've noticed it, but how many times you actually lift your drainer, the drainer next to your kitchen sink where you dry your plates, how many times do you actually lift it up? I would what's the word I'm trying to use? I would encourage you to do it at least once a week, because when you lift it up and you look underneath it, oh, sweet, 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 sweet Fantabia. Hey, it looks so dark because you know what? All the food, all the everything, when you hang the plates or you're washing, all those little bits end up underneath it. So that's one of the places you really want to look and clean at least once a week because they look so dark. Oh, okay. I won't even go any further. But then your sponge, because that's what we're talking about in the kitchen. Don't forget your drainer at least once a week. But then your sponge, they're saying that it harbors a lot of bacteria. That is what you're using to wash your kitchen sink. You're using to wash your plates. You eat your banku, you wash it. You eat your fufu, you wash it. Your soup, everything. And so it holds a lot of bacteria. Now, this is what they're saying. Don't use your sponge to scrub off chunky food debris. So that's the little bits and bobs. And I was like, so how are you? Anyway, okay, we are learning. No, don't use your sponge to scrub off chunky food debris or wipe up fresh meat juices. I don't know if you had this, but it got to a time. This must have been like a couple of years ago. It was before. Hey, COVID. Now that's what people say. That was before COVID. It was after COVID, before COVID. Ah, God. Anyway, that was before COVID. I had this story about there was this, it was ongoing in the news. They were talking about how chicken, when you wash chicken, it's got salmonella. You're not supposed to wash your chicken. You're supposed to just take it and cook it. I'm like, are you kidding me? When you go buy it from the butchers and, especially when you get them to cut it up for you, sometimes you have like little plastics, or it depends on the surface that they cut them on. Have you seen the surface in the butcher shop? How can I just bring it home and not wash it and cook it? But apparently the salmonella and everything. So when I started reading it, I started remembering that, and then doing a bit of research into it, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of get it. So they said, don't use your sponge to scrub off chunky food or debris or wipe up fresh meat juice, dirt from fruits and vegetables, unpasteurized milk and stuff. They said, just use a paper towel, cleanser, or running water. And after that, straight put it in the bin. Now, they said, in addition, experts suggest that you replace your sponge. Now, get this. I was like, what? It says, experts suggest that you replace your sponge once a week. Mothers, ladies, because I said mothers because men don't like washing plates too much. But yeah, well, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, they said you have to replace your sponge. You're supposed to replace it once a week. And I was like, you're trying to tell me that so if it's once a week, it means I have to buy a pack every month. Oh, Charlie, things are expensive these days. But hey, if it's going to make us sick, it's not worth it, is it? Anyway, I don't know. You think about it. But yeah, they recommend that you change your sponge at least once a week or sooner if they smell bad. There you go. That's one thing that's also making us sick in our homes, and we sometimes don't even realize. Now, let me go to the eighth one. Okay, 1946. IT team. Oh my gosh, IT team, no problem. The plan was we're going to play some music in the middle and then we're going to go back. But IT team obviously stopped paying attention to us. No problem. I hope you're not bored with me. All right, let's keep going. Just two more and then we're done. I'll let you go. All right, now the eighth one we're going to talk about is our air freshener. I love me some air freshener. Oh my goodness gracious. Woohoo. It says, you may think you're giving your home a fresh, clean scent. But it says, oh, IT team just give me okay, IT team, we're waiting for you. Okay, you know what, IT team, please let me just finish and then we'll go to music because I've just got two and then I'll be done. I've spoken so much. I want to give everyone a rest. Okay, so air freshener. It says that you may think you're giving a home a fresh, clean scent, but air fresheners can release volatile organic compounds known as VOCs into the air. You know what? And then I thought about it and I was like, I don't know if it's some of them or it's all of them, but it didn't say some, it says air freshness. Air freshness. So it says, now this is what I probably will say to someone when you're buying your air freshness. If you're like me and you love air freshener, you just go and you're like, this smells nice. Ooh, okay. Maybe you probably from now onwards you need to start checking exactly what's in there, because sometimes it's making us sick. And I know some people actually, when you're asthmatic or strong smells make you sneeze or gives you headache. Some people say that. So hey man, if it's not for you, just stay away from it, because apparently, and it's like every day we're getting new different ones coming up. And so even though you love your scent, just be careful with the ones that you take into your home. It says, here we go. It says they release volatile organic compounds known as VOCs into the air. According, now this is where I got this from, National Capital Poison Center. You can Google that too. National Capital Poison Center. It says health problems are thought to occur from the chemicals in the air freshener and from their secondary pollutants. Now the secondary pollutants are formed when a product, now it sounds so scientific. Secondary pollutants are formed when a product's chemicals combined with the ozone already in the air. The center reports, even when these products are used as directed, because some of them, they'll say plug it, they'll say do this, they'll say do that, they give you directions. There are concerns about health problems with repeated exposure. And so I'll say to someone today, I love my perfumes, I love my air fresheners, the plug-in ones. Hey, Charlie, these days, who wants to pay that expensive electricity? If you can buy the one that you just buy it and put it there, open it, and then your room will smell good. Yeah, I'm good to go. The plug-in ones are not deep. Hey, Charlie, have you seen electricity bills? I don't think so. Ain't gonna happen. But then even if you buy the other ones, just check. Google these days. Thank God for Google. Go and check, okay, or even just read around it and see what chemicals are in there. And you can, on your phone, even right there in the shop, see if these chemicals are harmful to your health. If they are, not worth it. Not worth it. Number 9, remote control. And I'll go to the 10th one and we're good to go. Okay, so remote controls. Now, I won't talk a lot, but remote controls are one of the things that people fight around a lot at home. This one is grabbing it, that one is grabbing it. And apparently, because with the hands, sometimes we eat, we do not wash, and they end up, there's so much bacteria that sometimes ends up on them. Let me put 9 and 10 together, actually. So your remote control and then your computers, after COVID, after COVID came. Oh Lord, again, I don't want to big up COVID. I'm not going to big up COVID. After that thing came, yeah, after it came, when our kids had to stay home and learn on the computers, every home has a computer now. And so one of the places too that collects a lot of germs and bacteria is the keyboard and your remote. And so every now and again, even if it's once a week, again, I'll say, these little brushes that we use to paint, or when you buy paints, the brushes, the very smallest ones you have. Now, this is a trick that I use and it's really good. If you grab them, or the ladies are gonna get upset. Those who do the makeup, the brushes they use, you can buy one of those ones and then just use it to just on your that's how you are able, that's the easiest way to clean your keyboard. Just give it a good brush, and get your maybe antibacterial wipes and clean over it. It's really good because it is able to go into those little spaces, because somebody will be asking, how am I able to clean my keyboard? So that's one of the tricks to clean it. Just get those brushes, and then because it's really soft, it's really easy to get all the dust, and again, the dust mites. That's where most of them to end up, and you're able to clean it. Your remote control, you might probably not consider it, but once a week, get some antibacterial wipes and give it a good clean, because that's another area where bacteria end up a lot. And so that's what I have for you today. Now, before we go for the last, I'm going to give you one last thing, especially those of us who are in the diaspora. I never used to think that there were rats, or no, not even rats. Rats are the extreme ones, but mice. But having been someone that's worked in the building industry, hey, check. There's mice. There's mice in UK. There's mice. And then if you have watched Coming to America, who told you there's no mice? Do you remember the mice? In that, when Eddie Murphy when he went to America to go look for his bride, that room they rented? Did you see that mice? Oh my goodness. It looks like a little cat. Yeah. So there are mice. Now, I'm going to give us a tip. Now, this I got from the guys who are pest control, and they come at least once a month to the building that I manage now. And so this is definitely from a reliable source, and it actually does work. Now, if you're someone that probably have seen a mice here or there, okay. I remember one pastor said, someone called them and said, hey, pastor, I've seen a mice in my house. You have to pray they're witches. And she said, no, go clean your home. Go clean your home and stop calling me. And she hanged up. So if you see mice around, now don't go calling your pastor. Hey, man, unless, of course, the mice was there. You could see the mice talking to you. Now, that is another level. I beg, grab your anointing lawyer. Quick. But if that's not the case, okay, you see mice in your home. Have you heard of the peppermint tree? Let me read this to you. A particular plant helps when you're trying to repel mice. Okay, this has to do with the nature of mice, though. It said which relies mostly on their mice, they relies on their sense of smell because they don't have good vision. Now, mice have an incredible weak vision, but they have a strong, keen sense of smell. And that is why sometimes they will smell, you hide the food, you think so you've hidden it somewhere where they can't find it, and then go find, and before you know, they've eaten into that bag. How did this mice get here? They have a strong sense of smell. Now, peppermint is what I'm recommending. Peppermint plants, they have a strong scent, one that mice dislikes. Peppermint contains very potent menthol compounds that irritate their nasal cavities. So a whiff of peppermint certainly keeps mice away. So there are two ways. You can either buy the peppermint plants. When you go to the markets these days, you can buy them in these little pots and grow them, especially where you have seen them and it repels them. They don't like it. They're going to go away. Or you can equally buy the peppermint oil and put it the ones that's like spray. Now, this is the trick that this pest control guy said to me, that let's say if you've seen the mice in the north, right? Okay, this is where they are. He said, don't spray it there. What you do is spray it on different places and then leave your trap there. And because they smell it on other places, they will not go there. They will definitely come for it. But if you've seen it there too, and sometimes these mice, I don't know how, but they're smart. Spray it there and it will stop them from coming from that place. But if there are other entries by which they come in, yes, put your traps there. And so when they smell it and they know it's not there and they think they're coming from another place, boom, you catch them. So that's one thing I recommend for someone who's probably struggling with mice. Get peppermint, either the spray, the oil spray, or get the plant in your home, and it repels the mice. They hate it and they'll stay away from your home. So we're going to go for a quick music break, and I'm not going to come back. You won't see me when the music ends. That'll be the end of our show today. I really pray and hope that maybe you took one or two things with you. And I just, again, want to say thank you so much to everyone that connected. Let me read maybe one or two. And then IT team, if you're there, please take it away with music. Not now. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I promise we're going to finish on time today. Okay, so I see my sister Shana. Hey, Shana Banana, happy birthday to you again. Thank you so much. I see my sister. Oh, okay. All right, IT team. Hey, IT team is on board. It's on board. Okay, Nana Yafrimpo said, not the African nylon sponge. African nylon sponge. It still gathers. It still does. It still gathers germs. Okay, Zoe said, me. What did she say? Oh, that was my ice. You see, do you know what just happened right now? I've got ice in a bottle because it's so hot, right? And the ice, you know, when it melts and it moves, when I heard the sound, I actually thought, oh my God, no, the devil is a liar. Ain't gonna happen, not in this. I haven't seen one. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. Okay. Zoe said, Mini G experts. You pour that white vinegar and hot water in the sponge and dry it in the sun. Oh, yeah, you are done. Okay, so she's talking about the sponge, changing it once a week. Zoe, oh my goodness. Okay, she said, don't even mind them. All that dirt on the chicken. I know. And they said, don't wash it, else you have salmonella and it's not good. And I was like, you know what I did? I started, I'll squeeze lime onto it and put a bit of salt. And I'm like, no salmonella can beat this. And I'll still wash it because I can't see myself just cooking my chicken just after I buy it from the butchers. Oh man, it's not going to happen. Okay. IT, please, let's keep going. Oh, she said in wash scent booster. Yeah, that's what you put in your Hoover if you want to have a good smell in your Hoover. She said, yes, I love them. Zoe said, Nanaya from Pong. Exactly. All right. Hey, Patience. She said, good evening, everyone watching Greystone Show. Good evening to you too, my sister. Mama Pat said, well done, Lauryn. Learning a lot. Oh, thank you, mommy. Thank you, mommy. Hey, Sister Mercy's laughing. My class prefect, you're late again today. You're in trouble. Double trouble, DP. That's what I have against your name. And Sister Patience said, well said, my daughter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then she said, kindly share to groups, please. Oh, thank you, my sister. Definitely. Definitely. Shanna was laughing. Let's keep going. Thank you. Mama Elizabeth said, we are learning. Oh, God bless you. Amen. Amen. God bless you too. God bless you too. Osikeni said, I put tomatoes in the freezer. Am I doing it right? Like I said, please Google it, but apparently it's not right. It's not right. Okay, Zoe said, chai, brofo. Ah, you know what I could, the refrigerator. Now I can say it. She said chai. Let's keep going. Zoe said, wait, what? We got to wash these two? Ayeka. We have to. We have to. Osikeni said, hey, I missed some points. So sorry. You can listen, you can listen back. Thank God for that. Zoe said, I don't really like opening windows because of the bags that comes in. Oh, so this was from the beginning. Yeah, the dust mites. But Zoe is good for you. It's good for you. Or you can, just, it's true though, because when you open, you have all these, sometimes you have these little mosquitoes. Who said we don't have? They are a type of mosquito, not the ones in Ghana. I can assure you that they're not those ones, but definitely we have these kind of mosquitoes in, but we still need that fresh air. We still need to let them in. Okay, Emmanuel Owusu said, very educative. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mama Pat said, you're doing a great job. Thank you, mommy. Thank you. Shana said, yes, I do the same thing. I wash my meat with salt and lemon or vinegar. Well, there you go. There you go. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. So yes. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for sticking with me. We're just hearing me go blah, blah, blah. But I really do pray and hope that you took a thing or two that would help you. That, hey, will reduce your chances of getting sick. Nobody wants to go to no hospital whatsoever or go be buying medication. we can keep the money and use it for something else. So God bless you and keep you. And after the music break, God willing, before we go, the Greystone Show, we always say this. I forgot to give my thanks, first of all, to the Holy Spirit. Forgive me, Holy Spirit. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit, for your inspiration and for the wisdom, and for your guidance. And I want to say thank you to Reverend Dr. Lauryn Carter, the CEO of the Graced Home Show. Now, listen, folks, on Saturday, she's going to be doing this interview right here on Global Net TV with, guess who? Minister Reverend Joe Beecham. Yes, Pastor Joe Beecham on Saturday right here on Global Word Network on Global Net TV. Please join us on Saturday. It's from 5 to 6:30. You're going to have a good time. And hey, he's a maestro. Come learn a thing or two. So, thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Lauryn. And those of you who are listening to me today, I didn't have the chance to have acknowledge the countries, but I know there's so many countries, at least I think 15 that tune in. So thank you so much, wherever you're tuned in from. Without you, there will be no British Home Show. It would just be a girl that talks too much. So please, thank you. And for everyone as well that joined me on Facebook, I want to say thank you. I'm very grateful. Oh, Zoe said you did a wonderful job. I think you should do more of this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, the Legend Show. That's on Saturday, the Legend Show. Please don't miss it from 5 UK time to 6:30 with, again, Pastor Joe Beecham. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. So stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your week.
This is my story. This is my song. Say I wanna worship my Father today. And I wanna give my praise to my Father. Say I wanna praise my Father today. And I wanna give him my everything. I was blind and now I can see. I was weak but now I'm strong. Yes, I do. I was lost but now I'm found. Yes, I do. I was lost but now I'm found. It's amazing, so amazing, amazing what you got. It's amazing, that's so amazing, amazing what you can do. It's amazing, just so amazing, amazing what you can do. It's amazing, just so amazing, amazing what you can do. He picked me from the mirror clay. He set my feet on the solid rock. Healed me from my infirmity. Yes, he did. Made me whole again. He healed the broken hearted. And he set the captives free. When I was in the lions and oh God, my Jesus gave me victory. I was once a Rastafari, but I'm now a Christafari. I was once a womanizer, but I'm now a Christ rider. I was once a ganja smoker, but I'm now Holy Ghost inhaler. I was once a liar, but I'm speaking the truth of God. It's amazing, it's amazing, oh yeah, amazing what you can do, yeah. It's amazing, that's so amazing, oh, amazing, it's amazing, that's so amazing, oh yeah. It's amazing, yeah, so amazing, amazing, amazing.
I was born in sin, yeah, my flesh is weak. Worldly pleasure, I would daily seek. Felt like I was in prison, like I was enslaved to sin. Tried to fight the enemy was within. But Christ came and saved me, came and saved the day. Picked me up and placed my feet upon the narrow way. I don't know why he loves me, why he loves me so. Grace is so amazing, and that's all you need to know.
Amazing, so amazing, yeah. Amazing what happened. Everybody say, oh, why, yeah, not know why. Amazing, so amazing, oh yes, I do. Amazing what God can do, oh, so amazing, yeah. Amazing, so beautiful, so wonderful, so splendid, oh, life. Amazing what my God can do, amazing, yeah, amazing, yeah. So amazing, yeah. Amazing what happened. Everybody say, oh, why, yeah, why. Amazing, so amazing, oh yes, I do. Amazing what God can do, oh, so amazing, yeah. Amazing, so beautiful, so wonderful, so splendid, oh God. Amazing what my God can do, amazing, yeah, amazing, yeah. Say amazing.
When you do a job you hate,